my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants.
Now, people, we are back, and we are about to get started now. The doctor is in. All right, I'm feeling better. I'll just leave it at that. The doctor feeling better, okay? Nurse Tiffany got me back right. And we back in the office to hand out some scripts because I felt like we needed an emergency meeting. This was not going to be able to wait until next Saturday because these celebrities, of course, are sick as hell. And I'm here to help them get better. People out here acting like they need to be on the back of a damn milk carton when they don't, giving us haphazard ass made up dances thinking they can go against Chris Brown when they can't. People is leaving shows even though we long left them in our hearts and our souls a long fucking time ago, and people breaking up after 17, 18 years together as if you gonna leave me after taking half of my life. R. Kelly that been found guilty. Is anybody surprised? I'm surely not, and we gonna write him a script for exactly where he deserves to go. Are y'all ready to get started? Because I am. Are y'all ready? Because I am. Can y'all hear me and see me good? I think you can. So let's get right on into it. First things first. We got to talk about Omarion. I was about to call him Omarion Brown. I was about to miss you and Chris Brown. Well, I guess I was missing that because Chris Brown been on your tongue. Omarion was recently interviewed and said that he was ready to go up in the verses, was ready to compete in the verses and compete in the verses against Chris Brown. And I said, Chris Brown. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all both can dance and y'all both talented, but Omarion is more on the, the 3 or 4 or 5 hit one side of the game. And Chris Brown, his crack, his coke, and his meth, and whooping hoes' ass, and doing a backflip from a seated position. His ass has been having the game on lock for the last 15 some odd years. Back when he was wholesome, all the way to the devil that he is today. All right, all the way back from when he respected women to when he had hoes eating out other hoes' bloody coochie boxes in rooms that was locked with porn going and cell phones locked in the laundry basket. So at the end of the day, Chris Brown had a whole lot going on and steady making these exoticals into single mothers, and he has still been holding down the game. The only person that Chris Brown can go against is Michael Jackson if you dig him up from the grave, or Usher. That's it, and that's all. Omarion, I have to diagnose you with delusion for thinking you was even on the same level as with Chris Brown. I also have to diagnose you with trying to April Jones us. You was trying to pull a wool over our head in that interview, much like you pulled a wool over her head and acted like you was going to stay with her for life, and you didn't. And she still don't know why you walked out and left one day. I mean, I guess she said, damn, this nigga went to the store and got some cigarettes and just never came back. I mean, damn. I mean, you was every stereotype. Anyway, with that being said, and then we also still got to diagnose you with breaking hearts. So I'm going to write you a quick script, Omarion. It ain't nothing too bad. I want you to come back to reality. And who you will be going against in the verses is Mario. You guys are on the same level, got the same amount of hits, and as far as being a household name, y'all are on the same level. Point blank and the period. Set up, get with Mario. Hell, he ain't doing nothing else. Set up that verses, or set up whatever white people run verses now, because then they ran by Negroes no more, and go ahead and run that back. Last but not least, I want you to call April, actually talk to her. She's been begging to talk to her since the day you got up out of bed and left and never came home. You know what I always wonder when people just get up and leave their house? Do y'all screw the night before you leave your significant other? I just want to know, like, do you hit it one last time? Because I would just hate for you to have cream pie her the night before and when you knew you was going to leave the whole fucking time. But anyway, you're going to call April. You're going to sit down and let her know exactly why you left her, and you're going to give her some closure so that she can move on. That girl been out here rubbing, scratching, and beating her puss ever since you left the house. As a matter of fact, she went from beating her puss with a lesbian in some kitchen that over some nigga house, and we don't even know who it was, to being with Dr. Dre. And we know Dr. Dre ain't gonna do nothing but beat up her face, so she beating up her cooch, and Dr. Dre gonna beat up her face, and all because you never gave the girl no closure on why you put 2 kids in her and never called her back. Now I know, I'll leave it at that. All right. So you take this script, Omarion, you call your baby mother, and you give her some closure. Otherwise, she ain't gonna be good to nobody in life ever again. You call Mario and set that shit up. Talking about Chris Brown. I don't know damn levels. Chris Brown. Moving right along, we gotta talk about this story. Oh God, I hope we ain't talking about these trash buckets no more ever again in life. But this is leftover from last week. So let's go on and knock it out, all right? We got Jeannie Camp through Mike Jenkins, Jeezy, and we got Freddie Hard Ties there, okay? Some text messages was leaked from Freddie's new boo, his new fiance, who's never gonna be a wife because he will forever get that spousal support from Jeannie Ma, who will forever siphon that money out of Jeezy's bank account into hers, into Freddie's, into the white folks' house. So at the end of the day, Mr. White Man and Miss White Lady, Miss Wonderbread is still a nigga that's supporting your household at the end of the day. How does it feel, Freddie? How does it feel to know that it's a black man that's working to support you? Now, I will say you probably don't feel shit because at the end of the day, you living scot-free off a black man, and white folks been living scot-free off niggas since the inception of this country. So then when you really think about it, Freddie, you just doing what your ancestors taught you. I'm just saying, it's in your DNA. I don't know why this story of Freddie referring to Jeannie as trash was a surprise. I already told y'all how Wonderbread get down. When you date out, you are considered trash. There are levels to this game. I can't even write on no script because he wasn't doing nothing but being a white man. This is what they say in rooms that you are not in. When they date out, it is considered dating down. White is at the top, then it's Asian, then it's white Hispanics, then it's black at the very bottom. That's it. And I'm sorry for you Afro Latins, they don't even recognize y'all. Don't nobody recognize y'all. And we need to be recognizing y'all. But that's another story for another day. I'm trying to figure out why y'all thought in any world that he thought that him and Jeannie Ma was the same or equal. Y'all thought just because he was unsuccessfully cream pieing her for 20 years and was willing to put a baby in her that he wasn't going to call white, he was going to call Asian. He knew damn well he put that baby in her, that baby wasn't going to look like him. Just like she know damn well the baby that Jeezy just put in her ain't going to look like her. It's going to look like Jeezy with a little bit of a Tyson Beckford. I'm just calling it what it is because yes, Tyson Beckford got a little bit of Chinese in him too. And I'm still trying to figure out, Jeannie, how that shit finna work. Jeannie, when your mammy had you, she was going to call you Sunshine. Remember, Jeannie? You said this. Your name was supposed to be Sunshine. But she said you was too dark to be called Sunshine. If your ass is dark, what's she finna think about this grandbaby that you finna shit out? What's she gonna think about this grandbaby that she finna shit out? What's she gonna think about this baby's hair that you finna have? She freaked out when you was a teenager and you put them damn dreads in your head. What's she finna think about the baby that you finna have? That's finna look just what do you get? What do you get? I got a quote. What do you get when you mix a Mill Dud and General Child chicken? What do you get? What do you get? All right. We know what we get with General Child chicken and Wonder Bread and mayonnaise. Their child's probably gonna be beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. But how is your mammy gonna treat it? This ain't nothing but a case of everybody trying to hop into a higher fucking social class. And y'all don't see it. Jeezy around here putting up shit to a Billy. She ain't nothing but 4-5 months pregnant, right? Jeannie Ma, we don't know if you got a baby in there or if you had some Taco Bell the night before, right? So he putting the ultrasound thing all on her stomach as if it's his first damn child. How do y'all older children be feeling when y'all have new babies and be acting like this the only baby you done had, this the first baby you had, this ain't the first heartbeat you done had. This ain't the first heartbeat you done had. This ain't the first child you done had. And we ain't even going to talk about any hoe that you done paid for an abortion. Because if you a black rapper, you done paid for some abortion. So this ain't your first child either living or dead. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Is Storm tripping? Is Storm tripping tonight or am I telling the truth? Okay. So let's get back to it. So Jeezy wanted to walk into certain rooms. And so he got with Jeannie. Not to mention, this is what he actually finds attractive. Since he was a child, this is what he wanted. But, we gonna tell the truth, bitch! We gonna tell the truth. As a man, when you black and ugly, you know that you can't get certain women of other races unless you got money. It is what it is. When he amassed the right amount of clout and wealth, he was able to get a genie, who is considered a throwaway of her own community, as well as the white community. Just a throwaway, period. She's well past her prime, technically. But he is going to a higher social class because she's not black. She is still going to be seen as above anybody in her house. Oh, let me explain. I thought about this one day. I said, if I just so happen to be in an interracial relationship, I was just hypothetically thinking. I said, no matter what, I will always be the nigga of the house. Everybody gonna have some white in them or whatever in them but me. I said, damn, I was telling my friend that. I said, wow. That's crazy. I'm not in an interracial relationship, but if I was, that would be the case. So guess what? Jeannie knows no matter what, she got Jeezy's balls in her hands. You understand? If they have a divorce, she gonna come out on top. She gonna call the police, she gonna come out on top. Any custody issues, she gonna come out on top. Do you understand? So then Freddie quickly moved on after her and got with Wonder Bread, got with one of his own kind, got with what he knew was gonna give him babies that looked like him. Babies that would be at the top of the totem pole or society or whatever. All right? Blonde hair, blue eyes. In the white world, that is the creme de la creme right there. Blonde hair, blue eyes. So when he say he stepped up, he literally means that. Literally. That's how the majority of them think. Ain't nobody damn dumb. Y'all had them mixed kids and y'all hope that they look as non-black as possible. And I'm trying to figure out why you let some black go in you and you don't want it to look like what went in you. But anyway, I say all that to say, none of this is surprising. This is a case of social climbing. Everybody trying to be something that they not. And everybody ain't fully got over that self-hate from their childhood trauma. Now I want y'all to take my script and get out this office. It ain't much I can do for y'all. Everybody's fate is set in stone. Jeannie got Jesus' balls. Jeezy gonna finance Jeannie, her family, and Freddie's family. And to that white girl that he with, ma'am, if you was really about it, you'd have done that interview with whomever, because the truth don't need no preparation, ma'am. You didn't want to go over there and talk to Jada because you said she a strong black woman and I don't know if she's gonna be on my side. Your side is either true or it's false, which isn't. You don't need nobody to take your damn side. You should just be going to tell the damn truth. He told you not to be with no brown people because they all stick together, much like white people do. Boy, bye. You let an Asian girl beta you for 20 years. You are a failure to your own people. To your new chick that you with, he's never going to marry you. You will forever be a baby mother as long as that spousal support is coming in from Jeannie. And to Jeezy and Jeannie, good luck. I hope y'all never break up. That's it. Because Jeannie, you can't go back now. Ain't no other white man gonna wife you after you have a Negro child. You are stuck with the Negroes. I hope you're okay with that. Anyway, moving right along. Now, with that being said, we got to talk about Cash Doll real quick, all right? She is expecting her first baby, or at least her first baby that we know about. But we going to go, industry people's a little different. They usually have children that we just don't see. Y'all ain't heard that from me, though. But anyway, Cash Doll and her boyfriend, Tracy T, all right, hold on before I put that picture up, because I just want to give Cash Doll her kudos. The doctor got to give her kudos. She found happiness with a short nigga, and the short niggas is up 1,000 points with this. He climbed that tree and did what was needed. He understood the assignment. Ladies, the love of your life is the guy that's probably just a couple inches shorter than you. Now, yeah, they go out in public, and I see him with them 3-inch spike boots. Nigga, you ain't Prince, all right? But we are going to give them congratulations because they are a black couple, all right? And we're going to say that they baby gonna be pretty because they actually a pretty couple. Now, Cash Doll, I was looking at Tracy's scalp, and I see he on the natural S-curl side of the game, so I know when he eat your box, you rub that soft head, and you wanted a baby with that same hair, and that's probably why you stuck with him, but I see right through the bullshit, but it's all good. Anyway, I say all that to say congratulations on finding happiness, okay, despite what the blogs and what people in the comments got to say. No words on if this is a geriatric pregnancy or not, because y'all know y'all been trying to figure out her age for the longest. She say she's 29. Y'all say she's 42. Sometimes Google say she's 65. I don't know how old she is. I honestly think she's probably like late 30s. I think she say she like early 30s, and I think she's late 30s. I just think that is what it is. But with that being said, the doctor is for you giving a short nigga a chance, Cash Dog. The doctor's gonna write you a script for free ultrasounds, free plastic surgery to get them titties back nice and perky after you have your baby. We seen them titties in Black Mafia Family, and they wow. Everybody was impressed. Another thing, Cash Dog, you was in that scene, having the sex scene, and you ain't want your mama to see it, but you got a whole belly, so your mama know you get down. But anyway, we're gonna provide you with adjustments for the rest of your pregnancy. And y'all get on out of my office and y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day. Short niggas up 1,000. He understood the assignment. He really did. He really did. Ladies, you got to give the guys a chance that, that you've been overlooking. Sometimes, literally, you tower over him. It's okay. It's okay to bend over, lean down, and kiss your man. You don't get a little back pain, and he can rub it out. Anyway, moving right along, we got to talk about Jason Joel Desarulo and Jenna Fumes. This is another man with another exotical relationship that has broken up. Is Jason Desarulo, is he Haitian? I think he's Haitian, right? Not that it mattered, but I'm just asking. Is he Haitian? I think that sounds Haitian or French or something. Anyway, after just having a baby 4 months ago, they have decided to split up, but are determined to be great co-parents with one another. So I'm diagnosed with them with having postpartum flight, disappointing. Oh shit, I can't even read. The doctor can't even read what he wrote. Anyway, I'm diagnosing Jason with perpetuating the stereotype in the Black community. You didn't marry that girl. You didn't make this girl a baby mama too. And this shit is just ridiculous. Y'all just had a baby 4 months ago. Why are y'all breaking up? Now, there's been some rumors out there, okay? This is Jenna's ex right here. So I'm not saying she slept with her ex, but there was some rumors that she cheated on him. And then there were some rumors that he cheated on her. So which do you believe? I'd have been told both. Do you believe Jason cheated? Do you believe Jenna cheated? Who y'all believe? And this is her ex. I just want y'all to compare her ex to her current, because they don't look nothing alike. I mean, she like black dudes, but I don't see any similarities there. So maybe she's the open type. But what y'all think? What y'all think? Jason will be the next Nick Cannon? They say suspect. Let's see. Exotical tax. Never liked him for what he did to George Sparks. Did George Sparks nursed his ass back to health, and he left her and repoed the car. So glad he cheated. They saying Jason cheated. So I will be writing him a script for a lie detector test. I'm also writing a script for you, Jason, to go back home to your child and your baby mother. She just shitted that baby out. You cannot leave until your baby at least makes it past his first birthday. In addition to that, sir, I'm sending you guys some, not some premarital counseling, because, a black man would do everything but marry you, but I am going to send a counseling in there so you guys can work through your issues. I don't give a damn what y'all going through. You just busting inside her, and if you can manage to bust inside her, you can manage to work through whatever is going on. Y'all some punks out here. Y'all really is not made for a relationship. How you just have a baby 4 months ago and talk about we've decided to go our separate ways? When? You can't. It's too late. You have a child together, sir. And just know if you leave her, you will be paying child support plus an exotical tax. That's at least another $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. Come on, sir. What are you doing? It's cheaper to keep it, and you want to keep your family intact, and you surely don't want to have another black child growing up in a single mother home. All right, especially before he even reaches the age of 1. Carry your ass back to your baby mama and your child, and hell, you got enough money. Your ass is making $75,000 per TikTok video. Your house is big enough she can stay on one side and you can stay on the other. You better Will Smith and Jada Pinkett this shit and do what you need to do. We in a whole new day. We're not going for this bullshit. They shit out children to be broken up the next day. Y'all some punks. Y'all have one argument and be ready to be over. Go home, Jason. and tending your family. Moving right along from that, we needed to actually come and talk about Nick Cannon. I decided to actually, Nicholas Cannon. I'm calling you Nicholas. I decided to actually put up this old picture of you with the tattoo of Mariah that you put on your back, the stupidest ass decision you didn't ever make. Well, probably making a bunch of children knowing that, you're going to die soon is even more stupid or irresponsible or just selfish, immature, or whatever in between. But with that being said, you are the baby maker. You are the sperminator. I dare say between you and Future, you Future Lil Wayne, I don't know who's worse. Anyway, I gotta diagnose you with being sick as fuck and selfish. You're steady out here having kids that you may or may not be around to actually raise. You're steady out here having kids and then splitting up the inheritance of said kids. I don't know who told Nicholas that the only thing you needed to raise children with is a photo shoot and money, but that's not how it works. They need your time and your attention. In between the 5 jobs you work to afford your lifestyle, your hoes, and to keep all these women happy, ain't no way you spend enough time with these damn children. So I gotta diagnose you with being sick as fuck and selfish, all right? In addition to that, you done finally carried your ass to therapy and your therapist told you to remain surrogate. I'm writing you a script to get a vasectomy. There is no surrogacy with you, sir. You have already proven that you are irresponsible with your penis. So there is no celibacy. There is no celibacy with you. You will get a vasectomy, and that way when you are out here raw dogging these women, raw dogging the exoticals, because you make sure you strap up for the blacks. If they darken in the paper brown bag, you will be wearing a condom with them. We want to make sure that the only thing you have to worry about when you raw dogging is a good old STD. But if you are part of Hollywood, 80% of them got the herp, and about 50 to 60% actually got the other shit anyway. So, pretty much if you in Hollywood, you carrying around some, you itching and burning somewhere. Don't act like Ursher, the only one out here scratching his nuts as he's dancing out there in Vegas. They all scratching and itching. Hell, we done, got into y'all storage closets and seen y'all Valtrex prescriptions. No shade, but all shade. Anyway, also got diagnosed with using your last years on earth to populate it without regards to what's going to be left behind when you gone. Misusing Bible verses for your own sexual pleasure. You don't know if you want to be Christian, Muslim. You don't know if you're Indian or a Jew. You say that the Bible say to be fruitful and multiply. God meant that with your wife in one household, not populating the world. Nicholas. In addition to that, you are a fake ass King Solomon out here. King Solomon had like 700 children. Apparently your ass is trying to catch up with him, but this ain't the Bible days and you will be paying for all your indiscretions, okay? So like I said on the script, you're gonna get closure with Mariah. You never got over the fact that the woman that you obsessed over for over a decade out-alphaed your ass and didn't bow down to you and pretty much left you. You never really got over that. You're trying to find love in every woman that you put a baby in, and it ain't gonna work. You are going to get a facility to house all of your baby mamas and all of your children. And hell, you pretty much buy like an old school building and renovate that bitch for all them kids that you got, because clearly you're trying to make a football, basketball, and a soccer team. And in addition to that, we chopping your nuts off. You done. There's no more kids for you, sir. It's over. Deal with the ones you got. You don't want to say you could die any day. Now, I ain't trying to burn no bread on you. But you out here populating the earth that you ain't gonna be here for. Damn council talking about you need to slow down, be celibate. No, you need to stop. All right, let's move on to our next script. All right, we got, damn, did I forget? I be skipping. The doctor be tripping. I ain't been smoking lately, though. That's probably why my ass is all off. Damn, I ain't been smoking lately. Well, that's good, though, right? Sober life. Anyway, next we got to talk about Stormy, Nicole, Wellington, and Nene leaks. Okay, now Stormy, I'm gonna let you sit right up here next to the doctor because we got the same name, so you cool with me. Anyway, we gotta diagnose both of these ladies with being very shady towards one another. Now, according to Nene leaks, Stormy Wellington stole her pillow talk name and concept. All right. We all know that Nene Leakes had a Pillow Talk episode on Real Housewives of Atlanta. We remember that because Nene was around there, batting her head and sweating. Candy was about to Drag you in this bitch. Mallory was running after she pushed Todd. All right. Apollo had a prison flashback and beat the hell out of King, his friend. And we all know that night was full of that and that liquor. If y'all gonna tell me them people wasn't on that booger sugar that night, you lying. Whoever was on production, I'm willing to bet my money y'all slipped them a little something. I mean, I'm just saying everybody was sweating and that room wasn't that fucking hot. Anyway, with that being said, Nene Leakes also had other plans and planned to do conferences with the Pillow Talk name allegedly, but now Stormy Wellington is doing it and making a lot of money from it. And so Stormy said, if you feel like I took some from you, sue me. Now, here's the crazy thing. Stormy and Nene actually met in about 2016. They started hanging around each other. All right, this is a throwback picture of them that Stormy posted after Greg Leakes actually died. Right, there's Stormy on the right, and then there's Nene. Well, you can't miss Nene ass. Anyway, with that being said, who do you think is shady? Is Stormy shady for using a Pillow Talk name? Is Pillow Talk a common term so Nene need to get over it? Or do Nene need to learn to start keeping her business and her mouth closed and stop telling people her ideas? Nene, I'm putting this script all on you. Stormy been who Stormy was from the very beginning. Stormy about that money by any means necessary. And so if you gonna throw up a free idea, she gonna take it and run with it. But you ain't the first person to say Pillow Talk, and you won't be the last. But I will say this, Nene. I'm simply writing you a script to learn how to keep your mouth closed, okay? And to call your attorneys to start trademarking your ideas and not just suing Bravo and suing Andy Cohen. Back in the day, you had an idea to put some gay bars out on in Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive, all right? And you consulted with Lisa Vanderpump first from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And she told you, oh, darling, it's much too crowded over there. You don't want a restaurant over there. And then 2 years later, we have Sir and we have Pump. Yes, 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 yes. You got to learn to keep your motherfucking mouth closed. It ain't no friends in the game. It ain't personal. It's only business. I do want to know who y'all got in a fight, Nene versus Stormy. Who you think gonna win? I want to know, because Stormy said sue her, and they both to take it to the streets. They both some street-ass women. I want to know who y'all think gonna win that fight. Who y'all think gonna win that fight, Stormy or Nene? I want to know. I want to know. They said Stormy the scammer. They said Nene's hair is giving ramen noodles. I'm just saying, y'all let me know. But that being said, don't trust nobody with your ideas, even your friends. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Next on the list, we got to talk about Cynthia Bailey. All right, Cynthia Boring Bailey. This is a throwback of her. Ooh, wow, that guy Cynthia's beautiful. Damn. Anyway, Cynthia, Diddy, and I don't know who that is on the right, but that ain't important. What's important is that Cynthia that finally made it to the media to let us know that she has decided to not return to Real Housewives of Atlanta after many, many months of thinking about it. And we are here to let her know that she is now finally deciding to leave Real Housewives, but we have already left her. We left her after like season 9 or 10. She really had nothing else to offer after her and Peter broke up. I'm just being very honest. I mean, the most exciting thing Cynthia did on that show was kick Portia in her pussy on Lake Lanier. And I wasn't mad at her for doing that. You know, like Nene said, there's another side to Cynthia. But Cynthia is not made for reality TV, in my opinion. All right. She lives a regular life. She don't have a lot of drama going on. So there is just not much to work with her. If it's not the magic of drama going on and she's the mediator, if she ain't mediating, we don't really have a place for her. Just like Candy Burris Tucker, we don't really have a place for her either. We just don't. So we are glad that you left. Cynthia, the doctor is letting you know it is a compliment to not be good for reality TV. That means like you have a heart and you actually gonna live a regular life. Now, I am gonna write you a script to get on the nearest plane. We don't care if it's Spirit, Southwest, Delta, or JetBlue, and get your ass out to LA to that LA house with Mike, because you know that Mike got a history of cheating. You the first woman he ever been monogamous with, allegedly, or at least the monogamy that you know about. So I'm just trying to say, while you down here trying to chase a reality show that's long been down the gutter, and a reality show that you don't even fit in with no more, you need to be out in LA with your man to make sure he ain't running no hoes up and down that LA house. That's the real reason why you wanted your daughter Noelle to be out there at Mike's house, to make sure he wasn't running no hoes there with your daughter. You ain't no damn dummy. What man you know got 35 female friends with no male friends inside at that engagement party? Cynthia. You should have known some shit was wrong then, and you know you ain't never been that good with picking a man. So it's time for you to go live your life and go be with Mike. You was pushing it these last few seasons. We were bored. We were yawning. We were over it. And I was just like, damn, at this point, Cynthia has nothing else to give us, okay? All she was going to do was come back next season and fake a whole pregnancy journey. We know damn well you weren't trying to do that. So best of luck to you, Cynthia. You take the script, you get your pretty ass out of my office, and you go to LA with your husband, and you make love to him. So he don't be making love to nobody else. That's what you do. That's what you do. All right. Next, we got to talk about Lauryn Hill. Okay. Lauryn Hill in the film. Yeah, she's too sweet. She's awesome. At least on camera. But you got a big heart. You a good person. You don't need to be on reality TV. Let that be for the gutter folks. You ain't gutter. We seen that when you kicked for. You kicked up one time in others. You supposed to get up and then stomp out. Anyway, moving right along, we got to talk about Lauryn Hill and the fact that she's back on tour with the Fugees. And we got to write her a script because Lauryn, I'm going to speak for the people, and we're going to say we don't want you to waste our damn time. Now, after 25 years, the Fugees have finally forgiven Lauryn for throwing that pussy around, apparently. The whole reason why we had such a great group with one album that we still talking about, no shade, but only one, that broke up what was possibly decades of legacy of good music they could have given us, all because she threw a little pussy around and lied about a paternity test. Meanwhile, Wyclef, who she was screwing, had a whole wife. So I'm trying to figure out the level of narcissism a person has to be a married person and get mad that you cheated on them and they're cheating on their spouse with you. Is it even cheating at that point? I'm cheating on you with my wife, but you cheated on me with the man that cheated on his wife. What? And you never got over that. You never got over Wyclef. That's why you gave us one good heartbroken album after that, and then you disappeared into oblivion. And after all this time, now y'all asked him to go on tour, and the doctor said that I'm writing everybody a script who buys the ticket. I'm writing them an automatic refund if your ass is more than an hour late to the gig. We don't want to hear that bullshit. We want to hear the bullshit about your aura, your cheat, or not name one of those. I'm going to send a separate tour bus for Lauryn. Okay, and that tour bus is going to be a day ahead of the other members of the Fugees. She would get in the city a day ahead of everybody else to make sure that she will only be 15 minutes late to the actual damn show. People ain't got time to be spending their hard-earned PPP money that they asked for to go to prison for. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for your ass to be a late 6 hours late, 4 hours late, 8 hours late because you had to get yourself together. Man, you ain't got but one song. You've been singing them for almost 30 years. You know all the lyrics to them. Snap, snap. Get your ass on stage. You don't even need rehearsal at this point, to be quite honest, all right? Also, I will say, though, Lauryn, it is good to be hearing about you in the news, and, you know, it ain't nothing to do with your taxes or nothing to do with you beating your kid's ass. You know, here, apparently you was late to all them concerts because you was around there whooping ass like Joe Jackson and Evelyn Braxton all them years. That's why your ass was late. But anyway, that being said, you know, you was one of the best to ever do it. It's a shame how your story ended up, but you know, we in a new day now and folks want what they pay for, so you make sure you carry your ass to every concert date that you commit to. And if you can't commit to it, then don't do it. Do a virtual concert and leave it at that. Leave it at that. And for damn sure, whatever y'all do, don't try to make no more new music. We don't care. We only want to hear the old shit. And that's that. We want you on time. We want you sounding good. All right? All right, Lauryn? Okay? Took y'all 25 years to forgive her for throwing some pussy when Wyclef was throwing dick around on his own wife. Y'all disgust me. Anyway, take your script. Get out of my office. And y'all have a good tour. Y'all enjoy y'all tour. Are y'all going to see Lauryn in the Fugees? I just want to know. Y'all going to see him? Are we sure she knows she's supposed to be there? Look, I don't know. I don't know. Everybody's saying they'll pass. Not buying a ticket. Missy said, I'm pregnant by you, Storm. You're not pregnant by me for sure. Anyway, moving right along from that. Okay. We're going to talk about Miguel And Nas, real quick, all right, after 17 years of being together, they have broken up, and the doctor is writing them a script to quickly move in back together. We will not be approving this divorce by any means necessary, because you can't take half of a woman's life and then expect her to be able to move on. Okay, let's back up. First off, they both 35. They got together at 18. They just got married 3 years ago, and now they've separated because they need to both figure out who they are and trying to find their best selves. And let's just keep it real. They both a little bored, and they both out here trying to find something new. We, the people, want to let you know it ain't shit out here. Go home. I know you bored. Stability and consistency is so hard to get through, to know, who you're having sex with every night. Then you ain't got to worry about, you already know who you're laying down your head with. You got all the same stories. I know it gets boring. You want a little new piece of this. You want a little new piece of that. On a side note, Miguel, I'm writing you a script to get a fucking haircut, nigga. I want you to get a haircut. I don't know what it is. It might be me. I don't like when people with loosely coiled hair get dreads. I don't like it. I don't think dreads are for straight-haired people. It's for the kinky-haired folks. It's for us. It's not for y'all. No shade. Yo, dreads look a mess. You never have them done. They look like shit. I want it out your head. You would wear that curly do that we are used to, or you can wear some waves. That's it. I hate that shit. You don't even keep it up. Anyway, side note. That's the reason for her to break up with your ass. Not no other shit that y'all doing. But anyway, I will be writing you guys a script for some counseling, some marital counseling, because you guys need it. And all the self-discovery that y'all trying to do, you can do it with yourself. If you want to do a little T.I. and Tiny, a little Tiana Taylor, any mind, and bring a little strange little something in, which y'all done probably already done. But if you want to do that, knock it out, get it out your system, and move on. But I promise you both, if y'all leave this relationship that y'all have both been in since you were 18, you both will live to regret it. Dumb asses. God. And found the love of their life and trying to mess it up to get some little piece of strange out here in the streets. Like, stop. Just stop. Just ruining everything. Ugh. You make me sick. Let me read y'all comments real quick. Looking like a white Jamaican. Let's see. They've been together 17 years. Sure have. All right, moving right along. We got to talk about Will and Jada. All right, Will Smith and done an interview in GQ magazine and is finally admitting that he and Jada are not monogamous, as if we didn't know. We didn't know that a woman that made it clear you was not the love of her life, and that Tupac Amaru Shakur, aka Lassane Crooks Jr. was. We know the same man that treated Dwayne Martin better than he ever treated Jada. We know that y'all been living separate houses. We know you didn't build that big ass compound out in California for nothing. We know when Jada admitted herself that she didn't want them kids and she didn't even want to marry you. But she damn near was forced to by her mother, who told her, this the best your ass gonna get, you better get it. And she said, no, Mom, that ain't what I want. She said, you're gonna walk your ass down that aisle. And then you got her pregnant and you kept her ass at home. Jada has and always will be a free spirit. You cannot keep her in a cage, Willard. And you have control issues, Willard. And according to Alexis Arquette, when Jada comes out as gay and her bearded husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked in on him blank servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I will listen to them. Will threw a fit on the set of 6 Degrees of Separation when he was required by the scene to kiss Anthony Rapp. In 6 Degrees of Separation, wasn't that white boy turn his bunkie up from the back, or was he turn that white boy bunkie up from the back? I forgot. I was like 5 when that movie came out. Anyway, he persuaded the director to shoot the back of his head, blocking the non-existent lip lock entirely, but he ain't had no problem sticking his tongue down Jaden's throat. Gays have enemies. They lurk in gilded closets. Outing is healthy. You're either for us or against us. You decide today. Damn. And Alexis Arquette put that out there years ago on Facebook. Anyway, I say all that to say we knew that you guys had other people because y'all treat other people better than y'all treat yourselves. I don't know why the world jumped down Jada's throat because she was kissing on August Alsina's tattoos and had Captain Hook down her throat, making her feel good better than she didn't ever felt. Why y'all jump down her throat when Will been making himself feel good for the longest? This ain't nothing but a Hollywood setup. Do they love each other? I guess. These people ain't been together in about 10, 15 years. Stop. These Hollywood niggas get me. Tell us some stuff like we don't know. Oh my God, we're not together. Really? You know anybody that you tell that once you marry me, you're not allowed to leave? We pretty much know what it is, Willard. And we're still trying to figure out, and Tisha Campbell Martin is still trying to figure out how her house was in your name. And how you take Dwayne Martin on better vacations than Dwayne ever took her on. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to write them a script to keep they booze. Okay? Because, well, hell, it is what it is. Will, you move in your boo on your side of the house. Jada, you move in your Captain Hook on your side of the house. Matter of fact, don't go get August Alsina. I do want all the tapes of Jada and August Alsina's interactions with one another, because this fool is online talking about he got one more time around the sun, which means he got 1 year to live. And I'm trying to figure out, ever since he been up inside you, Jada, he ain't been the same. So we need to see them interactions for educational purposes only. And last but not least, we still want to know why you treated Dwayne better than you ever treated Jada. We want to know why you smiled harder with Dwayne than you ever did with Jada. And we want to know, was Jada ever meant to truly be your wife, or was she just meant to shit you out some children and create a image, your Hollywood image? We want to know, sir. I'm writing y'all a script of both to bring our ass back to the red table talk and have a real discussion. Not the fake one, the real one. Talk about all those sexual escapades. Y'all talk about everybody else's business, and it's time for y'all to talk about y'all's too. Shit, y'all know you never love each other. Tupac been dead 27 years. She's still out here writing love letters like that man is alive. Getting tatted, looking like a Monroe every day. I bet it was many times, Will, you was on top of her, or maybe just behind her, or maybe you put a pillow over your head. I don't know how y'all get down, but I know it was many times y'all did it, and she was thinking about Tupac. If Tupac went in that bullshit, I know she'd have been with him. God, it has to be bad to know that you'll never be your wife's first, only her second at best. Anywho. Oh, yeah, Will and Lisa Ray ex-husband too. Why are the men nicer to each other than they are to the women? Huh? You let me know. Anyway, we need to move on to talk about Kelly Price. Kelly Price, who we thought belonged on the back of a milk carton, we thought we was going to have to send out an ebony alert for her, has finally come out and said, look, I had C19, almost died, and I just want to recover in peace, okay? And I am diagnosing you with being absolutely selfish, okay? Here's the thing. You not talking to your sister, siblings fall out all the time. You ain't talked to your sister in a year since your mama died, and it is what it is. If that relationship is estranged, then fine. But at the end of the day, Kelly Price, you are not going to have to pay the price for what you did, because you could have got on the phone. You could have called R. Kelly. You could have called Mr. Biggs. You could have called anybody and let them know that your ass was okay. But you sat there and you let this become a national news. You let this shit go viral without you uploading a 30-second video saying, hi, I'm good, I'm alive, I don't want to be bothered by. I do also want to know how you had time to go get your hair, nails, and makeup done, but didn't have time to check in with your kids. Some people saying your daughters knew where you was. Some people saying your kids didn't. But what we do want to know is why you just bought your husband a record label. We do want to know if you bought your wedding ring. We do want to know why you got married and didn't tell nobody. We do want to know, did you get proper counseling before your ass got married again, knowing that you went through a domestic violence with your last husband for like 2 decades. So you know, after you get your ass beat for 2 decades, you ain't all the way normal in the head, and you don't really make decisions on the next person that you get with. So we want to know, the doctor wants you to come to the office, because I need to know, is this a case of true love, or is this just a case of you just being desperate and wanting to cling on to anybody? Is this a case of true love, or did your ass get scared because you died and came back, and now you just don't want to live the rest of your life alone, and you clinging to whatever is closest to you? Do this man really love you, or is he using you? Did you even get a prenup? Or if y'all break up, is he gonna take every last little bit of R&B diva money that you got? We want to know. You didn't got the brat jumping in it now, going off on us, yelling at us in the car with the camera on her double chin. Why the hell you yelling at us, the brat? We not apologizing for caring. We're not apologizing for thinking that the woman was missing and actually using the power of social media, which is what a shit should be used for, to just make sure she good. While she sat there and watched us give a fuck. We're not apologizing for caring. We weren't trying to get in her business. We thought she was missing. We thought she was dead. The fuck? They said her kids hadn't heard from her. I'm also sending in a family counselor for Kelly, you and your children. I don't know if you and your kids actually talking now. Some say you did, some say you didn't. This is what I do know. You done married this new nigga and your kids don't like him, don't trust him, don't know him, and they don't approve of this relationship. And you said, fuck them kids. I don't know if the dick is that good or if you just that desperate, but something needs to be fixed in this situation. Never have I ever ran across too many black mothers that didn't check in with their kids no matter what. Ain't nothing stopping a black mama from picking up the phone. Either she checking on you or she cussing you out, but she picking up that phone nonetheless. You ain't talking to your kids. Sounds like isolation. Sounds like the second stage of domestic violence, if you ask me. So I just want you to come to the office so we can make sure you good. Make sure you ain't out here buying love. Okay? If you wanna mess with your sister, cool. If you don't want to talk to her, that's cool too. That's cool too. But I'm gonna write you a script for you to write a check back to the police department that spent resources out looking for your ass because you was on a missing persons list and you could have deaded this in a 30-second video. You could have just FaceTime your sister. Bitch, I'm good. Bye. That's it. That's all you had to do. But instead, you let us cause a ruckus and then say, I just want my peace. Ma'am. You can have your peace, but just let us know that you're good. That's it. Let your kids know you're good. But if you with any man that don't want you to have a strong relationship with your kids, shit. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. We want to know why you bought that man a record label. We want to know. You bring your ass to my office, Kelly. Matter of fact, don't come to my office. I'm going to send a caseworker by your house to check on you for once a month for the next 6 to 12 months, okay? They're going to interview you in the room alone, and I want you to blink twice if your ass being held against your will of being cloned. I almost thought your ass was MK Ultra, so I figured out you ain't had no hit record in years, so they ain't worried with your ass. But people cared, and we being demonized for caring? You got the Brat and Nikki Gilbert going at it and throwing shade and making this about them when it wasn't about them. It was supposed to be about Kelly. And the Brat, you go sit your ass down. You got enough anger damn issues. You got smoke for anybody, you gonna have smoke for your sister who embarrassed you on Fox Soul when you just want to wish her a happy birthday. And she cussed your ass smooth out. You go get some therapy for your sister that you still scared of, like she gonna put your big ass over her knee and spank her at you 45 years old. Girl, you still scared of a whooping? You better fight back. Lisa Ray got hands like that? That girl put the fear of God in you when she put the rod on your ass? Why was she whooping your ass anyway, Brat? Weird ass people. And stop that damn baby voice she be talking in on the show. The doctor's sick of that shit too. Anyway, Kelly paid them people back. Brat, gone back and make sure you marry that woman. That's the best thing you done had. Nikki gon' do her. Nikki didn't say nothing too bad. She played a good show. So what? All right. Oh, and another thing too, the Brat, stop telling us you Mariah Carey best friend, because she sure don't claim you like you claim her. Is you her best friend? Is she? But that's my best friend. She a real. I'm just saying she claim you, but you claim her, but she ain't claiming you. Brat. Sick of that fucking nickname too. Being there 50 years old, being called Brat. That's your damn problem. That's why you still talking that fucking baby ass motherfucking boy. Brat. It's time to be Shantae. It's time to be Shantae. Or Sean when you're feeling a little stud. Like, anyway. I forgot to put R. Kelly's picture up here. Let me pop this picture up real quick. Let's see. So they didn't convicted him, a racketeering, 10 counts of blah, blah, blah. Basically, he's guilty, and he's facing between 10 years to life in prison, okay? If I can find this picture. If not, I'll find another one real quick. R. Kelly. I hate to even talk about this fool, because none of this is a shock, but anyway. Okay. Hold up. R. Kelly. All right. Let me check on y'all comments here before we talk about this fool. Get this fool in it. A matter of fact, I mean, we got to do this script virtually because they ain't letting him out to come to my office. Let's see. I love y'all. Shout out to all 4,400 of y'all in the building. All right. Why y'all call her Sean the Stud? Stop. Anyway, move right along. We gotta talk about Robert Sylvester Kelly. All right, the Pied Piper. We do. I guess I will give him props for literally telling us all these years who he was, and nobody cared. But let's talk about it. All right. R. Kelly is found guilty. I would like to write him a script, but I don't write scripts for pedophilia. I don't write script for sexually traumatized fuck-ass niggas that still want to screw kids and will always want to screw kids, okay? I want to write a script for his sister, fat-ass Teresa Kelly, who wrote his dick as kid, which is why he's so messed up. Now, I'm on a script for her. I don't give a damn if Teresa is in the church now. She always gonna be that molester. To me, that's just my opinion. You think you think about it how you do. Now, here's my thing. He's guilty. Okay, Michelle told y'all about the women in the fish tank and the women in the rooms. We all know what's up. It was the men, it was the women, it was the force, it was the young, like I'm 15, 16. We already know what's up. He was trying to flee to South Africa with the girls before he got hemmed up, but hell, he couldn't spell their names he can't even spell his own damn name for the damn passport application. Not to mention that he took them girls out before they had their own socials and birth certificates. So it was a mess. It didn't work. Anyway, with that being said, what script can we write for Robert Kelly? He walk around with a Bible that he can't read, okay? He act like he innocent, but he wasn't innocent when he was doing that bullshit. But you know what I'm writing him a script for? I'm writing him a script to confess, all right? You need to confess how you did all of what you did. See, the documentary is only telling us so much, okay? Because it's protecting the John Legends. It's protecting the Jay-Z's. It's protecting all the artists that did features with you, that was around you, that saw what you did and said nothing. All the parents of them daughters, I'm writing them a script for them to be in jail right next to you. Because y'all are all just as guilty. Everybody who orchestrated, everybody who bought a plane ticket, a bus ticket, a Motel 6 room, they are all going to jail with you. That is my script. He's a PEDO. It ain't no changing him. He's done. He's ruined. He's tarnished. He's trash. But everybody around him and everybody in the industry that was cool with it, making music in the studio, he got a pissy stain mattress next to the mic. You telling me these artists he doing songs with don't see the pissy stain mattress? You telling me when he was running them trains in the studios? Come on now. It was in the books. We're going to call a thing a thing. You mean to tell me that none of them rap dudes he was making songs with, none of them participated in it? You mean to tell me he didn't bring his girls for none of his homies? He loved sharing with the homies. He loved the homies. Is plenty booty in prison for him to get his Fleece Johnson on. He'll be perfectly fine. Okay? It's enough supporters out there to keep money on his books for the rest of his life. It ain't no script I can write him. Y'all should have called him 20, 30 years ago. He's lived his life. This man could die now and pretty much die a happy man. Now he's going to get 3 hots in the cot. Okay? And y'all going to act like he ain't the king of R&B, but he is. But that's okay. But that's cool too. All right? Justice for Aaliyah. But it ain't going to be no justice to Aaliyah's parents are in prison too because they sold her. And her uncle who sold her. And the pastor who married her to him, who said, this don't look right, but I'm going to marry him anyway. All you hoes need to be in prison next to him. It ain't just him. That I'm not an R. Kelly supporter, but it ain't just him. And I hate how y'all get on these hate. Now, I don't want to say hate train because he deserves it, but I love how like y'all let the media rile y'all up and y'all forget that this is a fool that can read. He just learned how to order his meal at McDonald's. This is a child in a grown-ass man's body that still wants you to call him daddy, okay? Maybe when Teresa was riding him, she made him call him mommy. I don't know. I know he been screwed up from the start. Because didn't nobody take the time to teach him how to read. Now, Teresa, when you was riding him and molesting him, at least you could have done is gave him a little hooked on phonics. Your nasty ass. All y'all nasty. All y'all sold y'all kids for fame. Y'all thought y'all daughters was going to be the next Aaliyah, the next K. Michelle, the next this, the next that. And they weren't. A lot of y'all parents weren't shit, didn't come from shit, happened to have a half-talented daughter. And instead of taking the correct route, you tried to take a shortcut into the industry and it didn't work. You was left with a bumped up box and many disappointments. But I'm sorry, you was messed with y'all boxes out here looking like Nestle Crunch bars. You had many black eyes and got choked out. You will never ever get over the memories of drinking urine and feces. Okay? No word on if he ate that corn before he made you eat them feces. You'll never be the same after all you went through. And for what? To forever be the girl that R. Kelly pissed on, shitted on, kept in a room, kept in a fish tank. And y'all want some sympathy. Y'all get snunned from me. Y'all all need to go to prison. That's what I hope. That's my prayer at night. That y'all all pay for what you did. And how you sold them girls. Best of luck to you, Robert. Whether you do 10 years or you do life, you ain't gonna be worth nothing once your ass get out. And all them people that was around you benefiting off your money, Robert, you $2 million in debt. Where they gonna be at? They gonna be gone. Long gone. If they smart, they'll leave the country before, more charges start coming down. I'm just saying. It ain't no script I can write them. It ain't no script I can write him. He's sick. He done. He been sick and he been done. So let me take like 5 to 10 minutes here to answer y'all questions. And then, my Instacart arrived. Okay, cool. And then I want to come back tonight so you guys can actually like chime in and just talk about all the stories from the past week and what you think about it. So let me know if y'all be down for an after show on this channel. It's going to be on this channel where y'all just click on and tell me what you think. Oh, damn. We topped out 4,700 in this piece. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, put them in the chat. Got 5 to 10 minutes. Let's get it. They need to go after the white execs to do the same and worse. Yes. It gets deep. It gets deep. But then you're going to get into like the government officials. It gets very deep. The script, don't drop the soap. He wants to drop the soap. No, he wants to. He slept with men and women. So he's going to be fine in prison. He told y'all he was trapped in a closet. Oh my God. Queen Dora says, Storm, I love you so much like family. Oh, I love you too. They said I'm down for the after show. You better get that food out of the heat. Listen, it ain't no perishables. It's some protein bars and shit. Love the backdrop. Thank you. He won't do all that time though. It's not over. Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, what fish tank? Okay, so in his house, I don't know if it's the Atlanta house or the Chicago house, he had women literally in fish tanks in the walls. So you know those movies you see when the drug dealers got the women in the fish tanks? Like it's literal fish tanks that fit on the wall, that are built into the wall. Let me see if I can find one to show y'all. K. Michelle told y'all about it. Fish tanks in wall. I'm gonna give y'all an idea. Nope, one in the actual house. Okay. Let me fish tank. Let me post this up. So it's something like way bigger though, but something like this. There we go. All right, cool. So it's like that, but way bigger. So imagine a wall-to-wall fish tank and women swimming in it with their snorkels and all. I mean, they weren't dead in there, but they were part of entertainment. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, Michelle need to go to jail too. She should have been subpoenaed. Thank you, C Cutie. Is Rihanna pregnant? She might be. I've been noticing Rihanna been holding her stomach. Rihanna been holding her stomach a lot. She's happy, and I mean, you can tell who were the parents in that relationship, and that works for them. I'm happy for her. I know a lot of y'all think that Rihanna and is it A$AP Rocky? I get him mixed up with Travis Scott. I know y'all think like that's a weird like pairing, but it works. Storm, do you think the Gabby story is a psyop? It might be. One of your best shows. Storm, oh, thank you. Storm, the industry sacrificed him so they can keep others on top. That's the thing about this industry, right? They'll let you get away with whatever as long as you're the cash cow. But if you going down, will take them down. They're gonna do what they have to do to get you out the way. Everybody's trying to protect themselves. Like my inside scoop told me, basically this game is okay. So the industry is everybody working together, but competing against each other. So there's tension, but fake befriending each other to get tea on each other, to spill it to the blogs and the tabloids so that their real tea don't get out. So yeah, that's that. Okay, that's that. That's why I don't tell nobody nothing. I don't tell nobody nothing that I don't want to get out. My life boring anyway. I don't be doing nothing like that. Like that. Y'all want to know what I did in Mexico? I keep forgetting. I forgot. They said I did a whole porn in Mexico. Like I live in Atlanta. Like I need to go to Mexico to do an adult film. Anywho, your thoughts on the View issue? They knew that Sonny was about to tear into Kamala Harris's behind about the Haitian immigration issue, and that's what that was. And they quickly pulled Sonny off stage and pulled the other lady off stage. All that was fake. We knew that. TV is fake. Is Kylie having twins? I don't know. I think she is having a boy, though. Kim K hosting SNL on the 9th. It will be lackluster. Much like it is whenever Kim talks. She's come a long way, though, but I don't see her as funny. But maybe she'll do a good job. Maybe. Storm, what do you think about K. Michelle's new Lifetime show? It's about damn time it came out. I hope she warned them girls. Only thing is, I don't know why y'all ain't pretending that all these girls' booties done dropped. They steady telling us they booty real, they booty looking lopsided, booty falling to their knees. It ain't losing weight everywhere but that booty. All of them finna be looking crazy in 10 years. That shit's a fad. Hey, we already passed it. Looking like ants' life on bugs' life on purpose. What's up with Shaq saying he's not claiming celebrity status no more? Shaq is a Prince Hall Freemason. He don't want to be sacrificed. Bye. A porn star said Rihanna's out here burning people like Usher. I did hear that. Those Rihanna STD rumors have been around since she was with Chris. If y'all remember, they said that was the real reason why Chris beat her up, because she burned him, allegedly. But listen, most of the industry burning, that is nothing new. Next, Samantha said, what do you think about Rihanna, Nicki and Petty? Here's the thing with Nicki and Petty. This is what I think Nicki needs to do. I think Nicki needs to give one good interview, and she needs to. It can be to anybody, but no, it has to be the right person, a reputable person. And if this interview happens, y'all give me my credit that I said she needs to do it. She needs an interview with a reputable person that will give her an opportunity to explain why she chose Kenny. No matter what, both sides of the story has been told, okay? He has paid his dues to society. I'm not going to get on here. I already know what y'all finna say. Storm, you want a Nicki interview one day so you don't ever talk about her. No. But at the same time, I'm not going to kiss ass either. So listen. She need an interview with a reputable person. She doesn't need to explain herself because people got questions. Her husband got his past. We know what happened with her brother. That ain't her fault, but by proxy, it don't look good. So that's it. An interview for them to truly show and tell their life story. Open and honest. Any question asked, they answer. And then after that, everybody will move on. You still might not like it, but they need to show, no, we united, and it is what it is. And plus, Nicki done made her money. She said for life, she really don't care what y'all think. Next. Andy Cohen. Nah, she don't need to interview with Andy Cohen. She should interview with me. She should. I'm going to ask her real questions. But, I don't have a big name like that yet. Let's see. She needs to interview with you. I'm here for her interviewing with me. I'm here for it. Is Wendy coming back this year? She gonna dope herself up enough to come back. The real question is she gonna make it back next year? Do you think R. Kelly gonna snitch on everyone? He might. I can pretty much guarantee he's already been threatened though. What time is it? Let's see how far we going. A few more minutes we can get off here. What you think about the Karen Civil mess? Yeah, I decided not to talk about her too much outside of the interview. Just because some bloggers that was involved with it, I did not want to talk about them. I don't even want to say their name. Ugh. But anyway, I'll say this. When it comes to her, she's industry standard. I'll leave it at that. That story with her is not uncommon in the industry. It's just not. Now, allegedly her asking Whack 100 to off another rapper, that's what y'all need to be talking about. Damn some money. In this game, you do got people that will have another person taken out. But they tell you, oh, it was a car accident. Oh, they did this. Oh, they did that. Hell no. Now they pay people. This game is full of mobsters, gang members. I'm telling you. In this game, you're going to stay in line if you want to be a part of certain circles. You always wonder why people don't speak out. They don't speak out because their life is at stake. When you have enough to back you up, then you can. But usually not right when something happens. You usually can't. I'm just saying. Let's see. Let's see. What do you think about Woe Vicky exposing the industry? Woe Vicky exposed that she went to a Hollywood party that was held by a A-list celebrity that required her to give up her phone, sign documents, okay, and as well as give a prick of her blood. This was on Halloween. This wasn't none but a ritual. Y'all know this is what Hollywood parties are for rituals to be done. And if you don't believe me, that's fine, but you can't tell me that the Hollywood parties ain't weird and that stuff don't be happening and going on. Just saying. So, for as slow as Woe Vicky is, and I thought she was the type to be drooling on herself, she said, I ain't give you my blood to come here and I ain't signing shit. And she didn't go, and I gotta give her respect for that. I give her respect for beating up Bad Baby. I give her respect for not going to that party, because I wouldn't have went either. I ain't going nowhere I can't take my phone. I guess it ain't meant for me to go. I guess it ain't. I don't, too damn paranoid for that. Let's see. Yes, it was Bella Thorne. Yes. AJ Johnson. Is that the one that, yeah, that's the one that passed away. Okay. AJ Johnson, the one that passed away. His wife was out here, I guess, trying to shame people for not giving to their GoFundMe. It was not our fault that man didn't have life insurance. And it's not our problem. As black folks, we deal with that enough. Okay. If you a grown ass person and you ain't at least got a $10,000 policy on yourself to put you in the dirt, cremating ain't nothing but $3,500. As far as I'm concerned, he needs to be cremated. I don't know why people are so against cremation. It's affordable. You can keep some of the ashes if you want. But y'all really let this funeral business trick y'all into spending a bag on something that's gonna go in the ground and you never gonna see it again. I guess I know I done came off as cold and therapy is working on me. Okay, so I get the emotional part behind it. I said the same thing when my grandmother died. I ain't gonna front. I said the same thing. What are we having a funeral for? She didn't fuck with half the people that showed up. What are we doing this for? And $30K for a funeral? No, ma'am. You can bury that man for less than 10. Even in LA. Stop. They trying to finesse you because you got a little bit of celebrity. I'm sorry he passed away. Y'all was obviously estranged because it was normal for you not to hear from your husband a month at a time, 2 weeks at a time, 3 weeks at a time. So we can read in between the lines, no disrespect, but you get no sympathy here. Cremate that man, keep it moving. How do you feel about the situation with the Haitian immigrants? I think if we can let them South American immigrants in here, we can let the Haitians in here. I also think that we need to keep an eye out on them because we still don't know what happened to all them Haitian kids from that last earthquake back in the day. Okay. When I worked in Arizona in DCS, let's talk about it. I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of those Haitian kids from the earthquake back in 2005, I think. Y'all correct me on the year. A lot of them got adopted by white people, okay? When I worked in Arizona, we dealt with several cases of those then kids that were then turning 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever. And the white folks didn't want them no more. And they didn't want them because they didn't turn out to be an athlete or an entertainer. You know, they didn't have no more use for them no more. Some of them was literally screwing them kids, okay? So a lot of them got sold into a little bit of sex slavery. I'm going to let you know, okay? There was also a group of people in Arizona, a husband and wife in particular, this is public record, that went over to Nigeria, Somalia, and Mali, convinced parents over there that for a price, I'm going to take your kid over, because these African kids were like 7 feet tall, right? By the way, them African kids was the most well-mannered kids ever. They, like, literally, on my caseload, they 7 feet, I'm 5'6", and they still show me, like, respect. And, you know, they don't look you in the eye and they sit down because they can't talk on the same level. It's with, anyway, respect. I'm like, damn, y'all way more respectful than these black American kids. But anyway, brought these 7-foot ass Africans over here, all right, put them all in apartments on bunk beds and told the boys, because these were all boys that they was collecting, that, and this was a white lady doing this. So husband, wife, bunch of African teenage boys. And she said that the way you make money in America is that you sleep with white women. So if you want to stay here, you got to sleep with me. And she had them boys running trains on her. She had them 7-foot, look like grown ass men. So you already know it's a BBC fantasy. It's a sick ass fantasy. And her husband was down for it. And then they got paid by the parents. Do y'all know, even though she was running that in Arizona, she was in jail 60 days, got out on probation. They put her on the sex offender list, and that was that. So apparently when you do certain crimes, you don't really do no time for it. But that's the direction this country is going in, but that's a Patreon conversation. They said, I believe it. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the truth. That is the truth. And I ain't saying no allegedly, because that was literally on my caseload. We literally was like, look, you know, you 17. We can't send you back home to your war-torn country. So, I mean, we got them help. We put them in other foster homes, but some of them boys was traumatized. Let's see. That's horrible. I'm telling you. That's what it was. Are you serious? I'm dead ass serious. I used to work for the Department of Child Safety in Arizona. I worked out of the Mesa, Arizona office. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. Slavish, yes. Slavery never stopped. All right, let's see. I'll give y'all a couple more minutes. I had fun tonight. Did y'all have fun tonight? I had fun tonight. Storm, what do you think about Doja Cat talking about starving Africans after what she say about starving Africans? Ain't she half African? Queen Dora says, Storm, the sports agents told me this, as did the athletes at my college for D1 basketball. It's business. Yeah, it's a business. It's a whole business. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, we had a good show. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back live tomorrow, of course, and I want to come back live. Give me like an hour to eat, and I want to come back so you guys can chime in on everything that's been going on this week. Make sure you subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/stormmonroe. Make sure you text me 678-679-6077. All right, just text "what's up" to that number, 678-679-6077. You will get text updates, announcements, etc. I will be announcing something real soon. All right, there will only be 80 spots for it. I gotta talk to y'all about this new nutritional product. I guess we'll talk tomorrow. We can talk tomorrow, but anyway, catch y'all in a little bit, and yeah, peace out.